So yesterday, I just feel like that was just such a successful birthday, and it felt so like good and so connected, and it felt like letting go of expectation just really made me be able to appreciate every moment of the day and see the beauty in everything that happened. And it didn't have to be, some grand event. It was just not putting up blockages myself of expectation. It has to go this way or that way. And, like that happened at my 50th birthday party. You just get filled with disappointment sometimes when, you plan all this stuff and you think like, oh, I just saw it so many years with different people and so many New Year's Eves that were fun, but people just were, it wasn't what they had planned for. It wasn't what they expected to happen. And so then they're just disappointed. And I'm sure, just because I can't remember, most of my life, doesn't mean that I didn't have that same thing. I mean, it was enough to make me really question it for this birthday, to, really look at it differently. And I'm talking about it because I think it's just important for all of us. I mean, this was supposed to be a significant birthday. And, I have awareness of, there's suffering all across the planet and people aren't getting to go to funerals, much less celebrate birthdays. So, but there's so much buildup. Like I had people already, by the time I was 58 and a half, I already had people like trying to plan this birthday thing. And I was supposed to be going out of the country with some other people and stuff. And then, things just kept getting more heated and stuff between people. So, and I never thought that we would be in this position still. I thought things would have shifted by now. So anyways, it was just weird. But I think that it's important for all of us just to take every day as it's an open day. Don't fill it with expectation. Like set your intentions of like what you want to do with yourself that day, but you don't have to, put an expectation of how everything should go and, what should be involved with everything, just, especially when it's significant dates or whatever, Like how many people, their whole anniversary was spoiled because they thought, oh, their husband should have come through the door with flowers. He should have done that. And then their whole day is spoiled. And no matter what he does, it hasn't reached expectation. So, the night is spoiled. There's no celebration whatsoever. And I know that kind of stuff happens over and over and over and over in people's lives. And I mean, I've seen it in adult people over their birthday. I've had, it's crazy because you can have like 50 people at a birthday party and one person could do something, just like, okay, well, I've got better things to do and leave. And, all these other people there loving you and supporting you, but you feel like shit, like, why is this person not care or something, those are the kind of things that is just weird. And that's what I was noticing yesterday too, like this, I see it as energy, these voices that are trying to bring you down, and give you toxic things to think about because they like you to be sad. They want you to feel beat down, the negative energies. And they've got full reign here. I mean, oh my gosh. Like, if you were a criminal, you had a better chance of making it than somebody who is struggling to to support their family, because it's the system. The system was created to protect, a mass criminal enterprise. They put things in place for themselves so that they could get away with crimes against us. And so, I think that there was even certain people, if you showed yourself to be a good enough criminal, you get hired. You know, I mean, like right now they're busing the, what are they called? The MS-13 or something? The cartel killers. They're busting them all around the country, getting them in position. He's flying in the terrorists to get them in position. They've got the other ones on the border ready to march in. I was telling my mom today, I said, oh, what would be so glorious is, you know, for the people who are just dead ass asleep, there's no clue, just glued to CNN or MSNBC or ABC or CBS or NBC, any of the fucking nonsense. They're just sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden the military comes in and arrests all these people live, and then all of a sudden their screen just goes to those color bars. I was like, oh man, that would be some, I'm going to be putting energy into that all day. I would love to see that. And I got another weird notification now. My card isn't working. It says I need to reset up my channels that I have through my Roku. And I just got that Roku. I know I talked about it. And yeah, so I just got it, had it all set up. I've only had it a couple months. And 2 months at the most, I swear. I'm horrible with time, but really it's not been that long. And I set up a couple of channels. Because my old Roku, you couldn't set up any channels. It wouldn't let me do anything. And so, yeah, I just set up those channels so everything was fresh in there. And I can get notification that my card won't work. And it wouldn't work yesterday at the store either. So I'm going to call the bank. It's still too early for that. And then, you know, also with the freaking getting this criminal ticket over the dog, and then them sending me a thing that I'm supposed to license these dogs. So I've got animal control coming at me. I've got the district court coming at me. I got Mean Mugger over there staring me down. Yesterday, I was in here. I was on the phone all day, I swear. And I never even got to go out. I got 30 minutes of sun. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be completely no tan when I go to Key West. But it's their little girl's birthday too, the same day as mine. So they had company, and they're all outside, and their company has one of the dogs is the one she sits for. So the dogs all bark at each other at the fence. So they're all out there barking and doing whatever, you know. And she said, oh, Mean Mugger over there was yelling for them to shut up. I was like, oh, man, can you imagine just being so miserable in life? You know, so focused on everything that bothers you. That's all you can think about is what's bothering you and focusing on that. And then just being angry and mad that you're just screaming and yelling at people. And it's just what hypocrisy. I mean, this is a person who sits outside in her yard and talks to people on the phone as loud as possible so that we all hear the drama and what this woman goes through. It's like, what, you want us all to shut up because, you know, nobody's paying attention to you for a second, you weirdo? It's like, oh my gosh, people, I'm real curious to see what is going to happen with some of these people I'm out here around when the light switch goes on, man, because it's weird. It is so weird. I mean, they just feel so, what is that? They feel so entitled to just, you know, stomp over other people's rights. And, you know, just like, I just can't get over that friend of mine's husband. You know, if he's turned me into the CIA and the FBI for extremists because I have tattoos. And, you know, I don't even know if he knows who he knows I have a flag, so I guess that makes it pretty clear, you know, that I'm a freedom fighter. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's just awfully weird that right after I get told that, then all of a sudden I get in the mail, the animal control's coming after me, the district court's coming after me. I'm just glad that they're part of the corporation. And I know the corporation's gone down. And, you know, I know they're arresting people. Like, I wouldn't push the ticket to get the warrant. I wouldn't be like, you know, if we don't have things happen by the date on the ticket, you know, I'll pay the stuff. I don't want to end in jail. But they got people in jail just holding them. And they got all those, you know, they got all those laws changed and shit after 9/11. And they can just take us in and hold us and call us terrorists. And that's what all this stuff is. They don't want any freedom fighters. They don't want any patriots. They don't want anybody who wants constitutional or human rights. They want the ultimate control, and they want to kill. They just kill, kill, kill. And oh my gosh. You know, like Hostel was a documentary. I've already talked about that. But The Purge. When I very first started seeing The Purge, like I already knew like movies had disclosure and stuff, and you know, that they were kind of like drive-in, trying to get people to direct people to go a certain way. And when they started doing The Purge, I was like, oh my God, they want to open it up to one night, just go out and kill whoever? That's the plan? Like they want to get rid of us so much that just, hey guys, just go murder somebody if you want to. We don't care. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. And you know, after you know that, then you hope like, oh, hopefully this movie will just disappear. No. What is it, like Purge 10? Like every year they've got a new idea, a new way to kill. So now I haven't watched it. I haven't even watched the trailer. But, you know, my brother is one that is, you know, just dead ass out. You know, he's in zombie land. And he keeps putting on new movies. And, you know, it's all these old ones that you would not be supporting anymore if you knew. So, anyways, he put on a new Purge. And it is Purge Forever or something like that. It's just like, you know, okay, well, it didn't work like the 24-hour purge. So let's just go to, you guys, come on, just kill whoever you want. We got you covered. We got the justice in our pocket. Don't worry about it. Oh, and which, by the way, you know, if the stuff is true about Amy Coney Barrett, Coney or Comey, I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. If it's true about her, that she really is, then it said that she was the attorney for Bush and something with Gore or something. I don't even remember. It was because I thought Bush was against. I mean, those two were. So maybe it was during that time when the Bush Gore situation. But anyway, she was the attorney for Bush. So yeah, she's. Yeah, as soon as you know that, as soon as you hear that, then it's like. Whoa. But I guess, you know, there's a lot of people that he knew that were bad, but he put them in certain positions to expose them so that we would see these bad people as they are being exposed. I mean, some of the stuff that's coming out to expose the hypocrisy of some of these people is just like, you'd think that that would just outrage people, but they're just not even paying attention. You know, they're just like, I have no idea. Because I told my mom, I said, wouldn't that be just fucking glorious if they just marched in and just arrested these people right live? And then, you know, I said, what are these people going to do then that we know? If they're watching these arrests? And she said, oh, they'll just blame the Trumpster. And I said, well, but how, I mean, that's the perfect opener then. Then how's he controlling the military? How's the military going in and doing this? Because he said, like, there has to be something that gets these people to start, like, you know, come on, spark some freaking your own thoughts. Quit feeding off of the programming, the narrative, the agenda. They're, you know, quit feeding off of it. Start using this for some other information, man. Look for some other information. Man, I've said it so many times. You know, I can't say it to my family. I tried and tried and tried, and they won't listen. They, you know, they just marked me as crazy, and, you know, I guess my mom is just victim to my craziness. My poor old mom. She just is victim to poor, you know, Kelly's crazy brain injury. And it's like, oh my gosh. Just excuses to not look into stuff for yourself. It's so crazy. It's like even somebody told me, oh, I research everything. I said, yeah, well, in your research, do you ever look at the other side and see what the other side is? Or you just focus on what it is you want the answer to be? Because you need to have both sides if you want to find any truth at all. And you don't even have any accurate information at all. So I don't know. It's nuts. But anyways, there was some more stuff I want to talk about, so I'll just stop that. But I really, really do think that it is, just like our fear turning into phobias and our expectation ruining our day and, disappointment being, something that we focus on. It's releasing those type of things. That's claiming your sovereignty. Like, I claimed my day yesterday. I didn't feel like I need to have cards and stuff. I did get some flowers, which I thought was so sweet. My mom sent me some beautiful flowers. I don't think I've ever gotten flowers. I had flowers given to me by a person, but not just delivered to my house. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. Have flowers. They didn't bring them to the door. I could only leave them at the end of my driveway. Because that is important. That they don't want us to be able to block them out. And yeah, I've got my own little fortress here in my neighborhood. And anyways, I'll talk about some other stuff in a few. Thanks. Talk to you later.